That's the roads that goes off this main road like that. It'll turn into gravel road, and there's probably 10 or 15 people lives up that one, and the other. Yeah, my wife said y'all probably wouldn't know what a holler was.
I know what it is. I'm telling the audience.
But yeah, it's just off the road. Houses that's lined up off the road, and yeah, this is where we found a lot of the foam. It's running right down through here. Look at you. Right into the Guyandotte River. Look at you. They're deliberately poisoning us. And nobody knows it. Nobody knew about this. This has been going on for a year. Holy cow. Now I can see why the governor's been in here. When it rains, you'll see it down there where it gets caught up in the trees. And here.
What is that brownish mound of?
That's foam. That's at, I had it tested. It's that industrial cleaner. You can see it floating down. Watch it go right to it. See it? Yep. It's connecting right to it. Yep. Crazy stuff. Everywhere you see a turn, a real sharp turn, you'll find it pulling up. Yeah. And you can see the white stuff. You can just.
I could also see the kind of sediment and the sheen.
Yeah. Now we think the white stuff is where they kept the wells up these hollers. They heard an explosion yesterday up this road right here. They've been feeling explosions in this area in the last.
What are those explosions?
Well, they say it's coming from underground, so I mean it has to be the coal companies.
Obviously, this is coal country, so you got mines all over the place. Some are abandoned. There's been explosions coming out of people's wells?
I've heard a couple in the last few days.
You've heard explosions?
Yeah.
You don't know what it's coming from?
Nope.
And on the side right here, you see that kind of, it looks like a sheen. That, you've seen that a lot?
In the last year we have. I think that is coming from the artesian well. Like I said, you got this stuff mixing with the artesian well from right up there at Jamie's coming this way, and it's killing everything. That's been running for a year now, and ain't done nothing. But this whole field, that orange and white stuff was coming out of that pipe. In my video, right? Well, to go into court and tell them that it was slowing down, they yanked the pipe out. The hole got bigger and slowed it down a little bit.
So they took the pipe out in order to, what?
They wasn't supposed to. They were supposed to just cut it off, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, they said it broke off, it rusted, but if you look, ain't no rust on them pipes. They broke it off so they could go in court and say the water flow was slowing down.
How many gas wells do they have around here?
Oh, Lord, there's probably 50, 60. And like I said, to mine near a gas well, you have to cap it. But if you don't, you got to stay 500 feet away. That's a lot of money when it comes to coal. So they're capping them. And
to be clear, this is the best you've seen the creek in a while, even though it's still not.
This is the best I've seen the creek in a year. Usually it's almost dry. All these were dry. Everything you see was dry coming into this main creek. That's when I brought the biologist in here, and she said that somebody had busted aquifer because all the creeks that fed into this were dry. Every creek up and down this road went dry. And that's when people's wells started going, drying up, wells filling up with sand and all that. Now, some of the miners told me that they thought they got into the creek when they went under the creek, but we don't think so because there was a lady up one of the hollers here that got her well sunk, and the mines come out, brought her tons of water, did everything they could do to try to get her a well drilled. It took them, I think, about a month because it snowed real bad and everything, but the only well that they ever owned up to sinking was up one of these hollers. But now we have wells from here down that people has, well, Cody's, a lot of, I think the deep wells, because you got a deep aquifer, I think they got into it, sunk it, and that's where the sand's coming from, sucking up in the
water's coming up.
The water's coming up. Now that they went in there, the M should let them go in there and seal sections of the mines, is what miners told me that works there, that's filled back up, and that's why everything's running good now. But if they do it again, and like I said, the DEP warned them that the aquifers was back there. I have the paperwork back in 17 and 18, so they must not have read it and know that the aquifers were in there.
But the DEP basically warned the coal mines that you're close to the aquifer, and the coal mines just...
Definitely they didn't get the memo, but I got it. And the girl that's the non-geologist, she's the one that wrote it to them and told them, hey, there's 2 or 3 aquifers in there, you got to be careful. Well, they wasn't. And like I said, it'd be easy to prove if you could get stuff from MSHA now. But see, used to you could do like a FOIA act with MSHA and go down to the office and they'll have the maps laid out for you. Now you got to go through Charleston, and it makes it so hard for locals to get in there to see what's going on. And you pretty much got to be a lawyer to do it anymore.
But the bottom line is, all throughout this road, which is all private wells, you've had explosions, you've had water wells coming up. In one case, the water well, well, more than one case, the water wells that came up burned residents. One of the residents died. We don't know if that had anything to do with it, but he recently died. And about a year ago, yours kind of exploded?
Yeah, got real hot, burnt. I took a jacket and put it out over the liner pipe. And I never did build it back because it would catch on fire when them points would flip that day. And I just tore it all down. Burnt my neighbor real bad about the same time, too.
You burnt your neighbor?
Yep, burnt me pretty good. Burnt all the hair on my arms.
Was that your water well?
Yeah.
We've had probably 4 or 5 on this road in the last year do that. He got burnt. The other guy up here, I think he had 3rd-degree burns. He went to the burn center.
Now he's dead.
Well, we don't know if that's what caused it, but I mean, it's a big coincidence that he got burnt, his lungs went bad, and he's gone. Just like the lady you interviewed yesterday, he got to where he couldn't talk.
She can't talk.
When did because she doesn't have a spleen.
No, not because of that. She can't talk because all them fumes are coming into her bedroom from that garage. I mean, she's breathing it.
And there's mining going on all throughout this area.
Right. Like I said, there's probably been, everybody's having sewer problems down here now. And that is one of that's how, when I got mined under back in 17 and 18, my sewer went bad. It ground collapsed, busted my sewer pipes, busted my water pipes and all that. That is the first sign that you've been mined under. And they call it room and pillar. That's what they used to call it. They don't call it, well, they call it that, but they don't room and pillar anymore. They take it all, you know, and the people that's responsible for the mine maps is the coal companies. So they can put whatever they want to on there, and then you have to go by that. And that needs to be changed. They need to have some independent people come in here. But like I said, this is the good old boy network. You got the same companies doing the same work for the mines, has been doing it for years, and they don't want to buck the system. So they pretty much do whatever they want to do. There's several things in the legislation that needs to be passed to protect communities like this. Now, I was told that the legislature broke up and they didn't do anything, didn't even talk about it. So undoubtedly, it's okay with them if they kill everybody down here. We're desperately needing help from not from only our legislators, but from the country. Like I said, this place built this country. You know, it's time for them to pay it back. You know, call Merrick Garland's office. Let's get these federals in here from out of state, because that's the only people that's helped us is from people from out of state. Let's get them in here, find out what went wrong, fix it where it don't happen again. And I don't even know if you can fix it, but we need to know if you can fix this or not, or people's just going to have to leave here. Yeah. You know, and I think that might be what they want. You know, they don't want to pay you any money. These people are on leased land. They can tell them to move anytime they want to, and they know that. But, you know, we need the country to come together, start calling Merrick Garland's office and everything and saying, hey, get down there and find out what's going on with these
You think that's kind of the ulterior motive? Get these poorer folks out of here, and then you could build it up for maybe wealthier people?
No, it's gone. This area, they call that a dead creek. There's been several in West Virginia that I've researched. They have to build millions and $1 million worth of plants to replenish the creek. they're just not going to spend that money down here. I mean, let's be realistic. They're gonna come in here and get this, and there won't be no coal left, and they're going to leave.
The problem is they might not spend the money here, but this isn't only here. This is going into the Ohio River.
Well,
So
that's why people around the country needs to get together, and like I said, you wouldn't have steel if it wasn't for this area. You just wouldn't. And our grandfathers died of black lung. They died at 50 and 60 to make sure this country's got electricity. Now we need them. Let's see what they do.